Again, if you agree, please do it by acclamation. Put your hands together. Okay, we always aim to be, in the position we are today as the best human organization, and we can continue to be the best in that position if we continue and strive more to have the best volunteers. Right? Okay, so how can we maintain that position? We are in this position today, we are enjoying it. We get volunteers, we attract volunteers, and we're doing what we're doing in the best way we can because of the volunteers. But what is the guarantee that we can be in the same position in the coming years? Do we have a long-term goal in volunteering? If we have, what is then our long-term goal in volunteer management and development? Volunteers are part of our human resources, our workforce. But more than that, we always say that volunteers, they are the power of humanity. What is the future of our volunteer program then? If we reach over 150 years of quality humanitarian services with the help of our volunteers, shouldn't we aim to exist in the next 150 years and even more, journeying together with our volunteers? How often do we engage our volunteers in our planning, in all the way we work? If we claim so that they are part of our past 150 years, shouldn't we involve them in the next 150 years of planning? If we want to exist in the next 150 years and not to exit, where are the 17 million volunteers? By the way, Sean, is that current or cumulative?
No, it's last year.
Okay, good. Because I actually start to ask, are they still with us? Are we not losing them to other organizations? Or they might have lost their interest already in volunteering? Are we still the top of mind when people would like to volunteer? Do we even care to check or ask why volunteers leave or become inactive? Do we address their expectations? If the world is changing, and is changing fast, we must change also the way we work and change faster to keep up with the fast-changing world. Remember, if we do things as we do before, again and again, we will get the same result. We must therefore change the way we develop and manage our volunteers, especially when we talk about volunteer sustainability. To continue to provide the workforce of the Red Cross Red Crescent movement, either staff members, adult volunteers, specialized volunteers, or governance, or some can become really good donors, supporters of the organization because they are the believers of the Red Cross Red Crescent movement. So how can we sustain the future of our volunteer program and our volunteers? To sustain also, we must invest. Do we invest enough to our future? Our future is our volunteers. Do we invest enough in our volunteers? I would like to tell you, because I was told I will not be introduced, in length, but only my name. But I would like to make mention that I will not be here today speaking to you if my National Society, the Philippine Red Cross, did not invest in me and did not believe in me when I first joined the Philippine Red Cross from the very first day as a young member or as a youth member. And that was not too long ago, only 27 years. I was sent to many training programs. I was allowed to lead many youth initiatives, participated in different exchange studies, became first aid instructor, led disaster operations, and many, many more. In 2009, not in 1997, I made a mistake. I was encouraged to join the professional team of the Philippine Red Cross, which without a doubt, I joined. And now I'm on my 19th year, okay, of professional career in the organization, and I love my work in the Red Cross every single day. But how many people like me is being given the opportunity and the attention by the Red Cross and Red Crescent? Do we retain our asset and develop more in the organization? Quality. What matters most to us? The numbers or quality? We claim we have 17 million volunteers globally now, but what they have done actually, having 17 million volunteers, I think we should start counting on what our volunteers have done and celebrate it. Instead of saying we have 17 million, we should say we have saved X number of lives, because that's truly what volunteerism means. Life in the Red Cross is not easy. It can be very tough at times. That's why we owe a lot to our volunteers. It's not easy to join and give your time, treasure, and effort without getting anything in return and not being appreciated or not being given the opportunity. Career path. I started as a youth volunteer, became a staff, I rose from the ranks, joined the management team, and now the Secretary General. That is a good career path for me. I believe if we invest in our youth volunteers and invest well, retain them, we can have a continuous supply of quality workforce in the staff, volunteers, and governance of the organization. Do we have a clear career path program for our volunteers? Do we manage and develop them like how we manage our paid staff? Engage. Are we engaging volunteers enough? 17 million volunteers. Wow. If we can engage them, then we are really the best organization in this entire world. In February 17, 2006, we had a big landslide in Philippines, in southern Leyte. I received a photo message at 11:45 in the morning from our chairman, Chairman Dick Gordon, while he's having a meeting in Geneva for the governing board. I couldn't see anything in the picture. It was a brown photo. And I said, "Sir, I'm sorry, can you please resend? Because I couldn't see anything in this photo." The chairman said, "That is the photo. We had a landslide in southern Leyte, and this big chunk of the mountain just fell and covered the entire village." Right away, we sent our team to the landslide area. On a normal terrain, on a normal weather, it should require 10 hours, 3 hours straight. But it took us 4.5 hours to reach the area. It was 12 noon, we reached the area 5 o'clock, we saved about 10 lives. No one was there, no other organization but the Philippine Red Cross, your Red Cross. But we were not happy because at 5 in the afternoon, we have to stop the rescue effort for the safetiness of our rescuer because it's almost zero visibility. We resumed the following morning. Unfortunately, we were not lucky enough to have or to save more lives. We were not happy about what we have done because we left 1,200 people helpless and buried alive. We were not the first to be there. We were not ready. We were never there in that area. So our solution, that's like we have the Red Cross 140 volunteer. We realized that we cannot do the work alone. We really need our volunteers. And we cannot be there for them all the time. we decided to reorganize our volunteering program, covering every village in the country. We computed how many volunteers do we need and developed the required skill sets to make our volunteers more effective. So, our chairman asked us, how many blood donors do you need? 25, sir. How many disaster management volunteers do you need? 9, sir. How many health and welfare people do you need to respond to a disaster? 9, sir. So that will give us a total of 43 people or volunteers that we need. But these 40 people cannot, function without a leader. So we have one leader and 43 members. That gave us 140. That would mean we need 44 people to be in every village. Knowing that our volunteers will, they come from the community as well, they are the best people to be part of the Red Cross 143. We should not go any further. We can develop a self-help community led by our own volunteer in their own community. And they are empowered to lead. We have 42,000 villages in the country. So times 44 volunteers, it will give us about 1.8 million volunteers. We do not want the numbers, as I've been saying even in my earlier talk. We want to have warm bodies, able bodies, with culture of self-help. So we started to recruit, train, equip our volunteers and engage them. Equipping them, we gave the whistle. Okay, like what I've used earlier. For life-saving, early warning device, because we want to put, the power in the hands of our volunteer, the power to lead, the power to, be in the community, to help their own community. So, today, we get our reports from our 140 volunteers, where we do not have that before. We don't know, we're clueless of what's happening in the community before. Now we do have reports. They are our workforce in the field. Many of our responders are now, they are now the lead, and they led many of our disaster operations. So they get to respond also to nearby communities. Since disaster and humanitarian crisis may happen anytime, we did not organize only in the home base or community base. We have expanded our program to the school and workplace for the Red Cross 143. Now, we have 143 volunteers in almost 70% of our villages in the entire country. To test the effectiveness and show of force, we organized the Million Volunteer Run, an event that aimed to gather our volunteers. In 2011, 500,000 volunteers gathered together in a simultaneous fun run. So we were not happy because we want 1.8 million trained volunteers. In 2012, we had a record-breaking figure of 1.2 million volunteers who joined the Million Volunteer Run. Why is this program effective to the volunteers? Because it's something that is very close to their heart. They get to live in their own community. And it's very relevant to them because we found, that spot in their heart where they will find fulfillment what they're going to do with the Red Cross. So I believe we can say that when volunteers are allowed to lead or is leading our volunteer program, we have achieved the true meaning of leadership in volunteering. I think we are the lead until today in terms of volunteering. But what about in the next 5, 10, 15, 30, 50, in the next 150 years? Is the Red Cross Red Crescent still the lead in volunteering?
Yes.